me tonight. I think this is my first evening live edition, and if we have anyone join us, that will be awesome. But if not, you all can watch later. It'll be on my page. I'm really excited about the projects we're doing tonight. I'm doing some alternatives using the products that I received in my Paper Pumpkin kit for the month of September. So we get our Paper Pumpkin kit. It's a subscription kit every month unless we cancel or pause a month, and it comes to my house about the 17th of every month. So on September, the latter part of September, I got this kit, and it is, of course, Halloween themed. Very, very cute. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share with you what the kit was designed for, and then I also have two alternative projects that I think turned out really cute. Okay, usually the Paper Pumpkin box comes in an orange box or kind of a reddish orange box, but occasionally they surprise us, and this month's was no different. It has a Halloween theme. It's kind of cool. Black box with spider webs on it and little spiders. And this is how your Paper Pumpkin would come. You get your Paper Pumpkin, there's instructions, and this month's Paper Pumpkin, you had all the products you needed to make these sweet little, 24 of them actually, so great for a classroom or a scout group or a book club, you know, any kind of big group. Your neighborhood kids, you know, the special ones that you always have something set aside just for your neighborhood kids. So I did make one following the guides, and they're really cute little bags. They're gusseted, so they hold quite a bit. I didn't know they would be gusseted, so they're really cute, and it has everything to make the little tags and to put on there. So that is what the kit was designed for, to make 24 of these. But tonight I'm going to show you how I made this cute little, these are our narrow note cards, and they're perfect size. I've got a little coffee gift card. They're perfect size to slip a gift card in. So I have big kids, and yes, I still give my big kids some trick-or-treats. So this might be a good idea for them, or a coworker or friend. And I decorated the envelope too, but I just wanted to share that. We're going to make that later. I think we'll make that last because it's the easiest. And we're also going to make this cute little, I'm calling it a boo basket. You know, the big thing now is you've been booed. Hi, Betty. I do see your comment. Good, good, good. So this idea actually came from my upline, Angie Judah in Stampin' Up. She has been making these for years, and so I took her idea and then kind of altered it a little bit, but she had the original idea to use what we used. I used a roll, and I cut it off of this. This was in a wax paper, I think a wax paper tube, but you could also use a toilet paper tube or paper towel tube, any kind of cardboard tube, and that's how we made the little basket. So I used it came out of a wax paper tube, and it's a little bigger than a toilet paper tube. So if you are going to make this and use something different, let's see where my ruler is. I can measure the diameter of mine. 1 3/4. You're just going to have to adjust your measurements of your paper. I'll give you measurements, and in fact they're over on my blog. I did post how I made this, and there's also a full color PDF tutorial that you can download and print out with all the instructions. But like I said, make sure that your roll is, your measurements match the roll you're using, okay, if that makes sense. So I cut my roll at 1 3/4 is what I did. Yes, 1 3/4. I'll pull out, let's set the card aside for now. I'll put that like that so y'all can see it. My hands are really dry because I just did my dinner dishes, so don't look too closely at my hands. Okay, the first thing to do is to take, I'm going to line the inside of the roll with some cardstock, and this is Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to look for, I'm going to curl it a little bit just to kind of get it started in that. Hey, Michelle! Thank you. If you probably missed it, but this is one of Angie's old standbys. I said I got kind of this idea from one of Angie's old projects, Angie Judah. Okay, now I'm really nervous. I like to use the liquid glue just because it gives me a minute to kind of shift it around and move it. If I use like some tear and tape or fast fuse, it's kind of stuck and I'm stuck. So I like to use the liquid glue just to give me a minute. And how I cut this little tube, when I cut it off the big tube, I just used some scissors and then I measured the, what did I say, 1 3/4. And then I kind of mashed it and cut a straight line with my trimmer, but you could probably use an X-Acto knife or something like that. You might be a more straighter cutter than I am. Okay, now I've got glue all over my fingers. The designer series paper I'm using is the Toil and Trouble. I love this paper, it's so cute. And I just picked a simple design because I'm gonna pretty much cover it up. And again, I'm using the liquid glue so I can kind of adjust it as I go. And we're going to cover the seam up with our tag. You just have to kind of smooth it out. How is it in California, Michelle? It was 59 degrees here and windy and cold. And it's been raining for like 40 days and 40 nights, right, Betty? Okay, once you think you've got all of the papers, it's gorgeous, great, just gorgeous. I can't wait to see you too. All right, now I'm going to use the Gorgeous Grape ink and a Stampin' sponge and just kind of sponge the edges just to kind of cover up that cardboard. Makes it look a little more spooky, right? And it kind of hides that cardboard color. Wow, Betty, we had 12 inches of rain. I haven't been keeping track. I just know we have a river in our backyard, and I had a crawdad in my house this week. Okay, then I cut circles with the Layering Circles oval or Layering Circles framelits. And like I said, the all the measurements and everything's over on my blog, theplaidpoodle.com, and it'll tell you which framelits to use. And I'm not going to cut them in front of you because I already cut them. If you had a punch, some punches, like a 2 1/4 inch punch, where'd my ruler go? You could use punches. Yeah, that's 2 1/4 inches. So if you have some big circle punches, that would work too. And I'm just gluing this on the middle of that scallop circle, just to kind of give it a little bit more oomph to hold our candies. And then decide which end looks nicer for your top. And again, use the multi-purpose liquid glue. And this is going to dry clear. I suppose you could use a hot glue gun, but I think that would be too much glue. And since this will dry clear, it'll work. My basket that I made earlier this morning is just fine. And I have some candies in it, so it's holding up good. So you're going to put your circle right in the middle of the two circles. Just kind of hold it there for a minute, maybe wipe off any excess, but like I said, it'll dry clear. Okay. See, I've got, it holds really well. I love this glue. It's probably my favorite adhesive. Now we're going to do the handles, and I've taken, this is a 1/4 of an inch by 5.5 inches of the DSP, the Designer Series paper. And I could have used some snail for that, but I've got this glue out. I'm going to stick that in the center of a 1/2 inch piece of Gorgeous Grape, 1/2 inch by 5.5. And this is going to be the handle for our basket. Then I'm going to use the, what is this called? Take Your Pick tool. It has this really sharp, I don't know, paper piercer. That's probably what it is. And I am going to, first I think, well, I can do that in a minute. I'm going to punch a hole in each end of the, and I have a piercing mat under here. And then I'm going to curl it a little bit with my bone folder just to make it easier. And I think this is dry enough. Then I'm going to, this is the harder part because you don't want to poke your finger, but I'm going to use this paper piercer to poke a hole through the tube. You could probably use a hole puncher too. Uh-oh. I didn't wait for it to dry long enough. And I'm using these new basic brads that we have. And I think I used all the big white ones. So we'll try a little white one and see if my big fingers can get them in there. I'll have to make you one, Michelle. I'll have to make you a Christmas one when I see you on stage. Betty is made. Betty, how many swaps have you made? She's made a cajillion. For on stage. For those of you who don't know, Michelle, who I'm talking to, and Betty, they are also Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, and thank you girls for joining me tonight. I'm not here all by myself. Thank you for commenting. They are going to Center Stage in November. We get to go to Orlando for the 30th anniversary. So we're all excited. We're going to be roommates. And that little brad worked, guys. It worked good enough. Okay, there's our little basket. Isn't it cute? All right, now for the tag. The kit comes with these cute little tags for the bag. So we have the tag right here on the bag, and it folds over the top of the bag. But we're only going to use the top half, and it's going to look like a little tombstone. So there's a fold line here, a score line, so I'm just going to cut that in half. And then I'm going to stamp it. And the kit comes with the basic gray ink. Stamp it up really good. And right on the bottom, my hands are so sticky from the glue. Stamp it. And then the little sticker, I think it comes with 9 stickers, different kinds of stickers, the kit. Spooky, Boo, and Eek, I think, are the stickers. So I'm using Boo for this project. I'm going to use my little U-pick tool for this too. With all these little pieces that like to stick in there. All right. I'm going to stick that kind of right here, right above the sentiment. So cute. And then the little bat I'm going to stick on there with a dimensional, which the dimensionals also come in the kit. And the little bat die cuts. So far, the only thing that didn't come in the kit is the cardstock and the brads that I used to make the basket. Okay. And then I'm going to take some of the adhesive, I don't know what they call these. I think they call them adhesive dots instead of mini glue dots. And I'm going to put them on the back of the tag. And that's pretty much the box. So the box is done, or the Boo basket is what I'm calling it. But we have these little cellophane bags that came with it, so I thought let's use those. And I have some Candy Kisses. I thought they would be good because they're silver. They match our little silver Boo. And then I'm going to tie that shut with the baker's twine. This is really cute little baker's twine. First of all, I want to make sure that I've got these will fit in my basket. And I don't have too many. And it looks like I do. I'm going to take 1 or 2 out. Probably just 1. So cute. And then I'm going to tie a little bow with this baker's twine that came in the kit. And I don't know if you guys know, but today's the last day if you want to, if you're a new subscriber or you've never subscribed to Paper Pumpkin. You can get this kit for $5, but tonight is the deadline. Like 11:59 Mountain Time is the deadline, but you can get this kit for $5 just to kind of see what it's all about. And if you like it, you can keep going. If not, you can cancel your membership or pause it. And I will put that link in my comments when I'm finished. And also, if you go to my blog, I have a post there. Like I said, the tutorial for all of this is over there. All the measurements and everything I use tonight is all over there. So there's the little candies in the little baskets. So cute. Look, one candle's, I must have made this handle 5.5, and this was probably 6 inches, but I thought the 6-inch handle looked a little big. What do you guys think? I kind of like the smaller handle. I think that's why I changed the measurements on that. So cute. Anyway, if I do say so myself. All right, that is the basket. So simple. And what did it take us, like 5 minutes? Not very long, because we used all these die cuts that are already cut out for us. Okay, here's the card we're going to make tonight, but I changed it up a little bit because I wanted you guys to see some of the other stuff that was in there. There was bats. We used the bats on the baskets. And there's ghosts. On this card, I used the ghost die cut. And on this card I'm going to demonstrate for you tonight, I'm using the pumpkin. So you can see kind of everything there is. And this is going to be real fast to put together. I'm using our narrow note cards. These are so cute. And like I said in the beginning, what I do with my coffee gift card, they're perfect size for gift cards. Love them. And I'm going to, this is also the Toil and Trouble Designer Series paper. And I'm using the little print with the little black cats. And I'm putting it on basic black, kind of framing it out. The Toil and Trouble is 2 inches by 4 inches, and the basic black is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then before we adhere that to the front of the card, I'm going to tie some of that baker's twine around. Can you guys hear squeaking? You like the big handle, Michelle? Yeah, it probably makes a little bit more room for the bag. It'd be easy enough to change out because all you have to do is take the brads off. We didn't glue them in. But I won't, because I'll just give it to somebody and they won't know. I thought I might give these to my kids, my big kids, because my little grandkids, they'll get some candy from Grandma, but I might give my big kids a gift card and a little thing, little boo basket with some candy. So that's probably where these are going. I still spoil them, even though they're, what, 30 and 33. Good grief. Okay, now we can okay, I'm going to put this on the card base. The die cuts in the kit came with this backing, silver backing, and all you need to put, you have to adhere it to the back of the die cut, and that's where this little thing comes in handy too. It's just to put a couple little adhesive dots on here. Okay, there's the little pumpkin. Isn't he sweet? And I'm going to pop him up with a couple of dimensionals. I'm going to trim my ribbon up a little bit more. All right, now I'm going to put the cheek on there, and this is a sticker. So cute. That one's a lot easier than the boo was. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment, which is, and I'm going to stamp it with the gray again. And I'm going to use a punch for this, but you don't have to use a punch. You could just use, what did I say this little thing was? This 3/8 inches by 2 inches. If you took a piece of 3/8 inch by 2 inch, and again, over on my blog is the PDF tutorial with all the measurements. But since I have this classic label punch, that makes it a lot easier. So I'm just going to use it. But you could just use a 3/8 inch by 2 inch piece of Whisper White. But the punch does well since I have it, and I'm going to use a little mini glue dot If I can find them. You could also cut the glue dots that came with the kit in half or smaller, but since I have the mini glue dots, I'm going to use them. Like the punch, since I had the punch, I'm going to use it too. It just makes it easier. And I'm going to stick it right down here below the little pumpkin. And that's the card. That's how easy that was. So there's the two different cards. I made this one earlier, but the measurements are all the same using those narrow note cards of Stampin' Ups. And then I jazzed up the envelope, so let's do that with a couple more stamps from the stamp set. And Gorgeous Grape ink. I'm going to do this, you guys, so you can see and it's not popping up. There. All right, I'm using the Eek. Eek! And then I'm using a couple of the little bats that came with it. There we go. That is the envelope. So that is the project. What'd you all think? I thought they turned out pretty cute. And I love this. Like I said, it's the perfect size for gift cards. So that's what my big kids are getting for Halloween. And I might give them a little box of chocolates too. So these are the little boo baskets. The little cards. See if I can squeeze all of this in here. This is actually the gusseted bags. You get 24 of these little bags in the kit, and this is how the kit was designed, and that's one of the tags. But I didn't need 24 little bags, but I bet I will use these bags for something. So that is it. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening. I'm going to go take a bubble bath and hit the hay. So I'll look forward to talking to you soon. I'm going to have another Facebook Live before the end of the week, before Sunday, maybe on Sunday. I don't know, maybe Sunday afternoon. But I'm trying to do this a little bit more regularly. So be sure and check back. And like I said, go to my blog, theplaidpoodle.com. And if you sign up for my newsletter, I'll send out a reminder about any Facebook Lives or any specials going on. Or I might send you a exclusive tutorial or something like that. And also on the blog is the written tutorial for these projects. You will find all the dimensions and everything you need to make it. So we'll talk to you soon.